My first guest tonight is a Grammy award-winning singer, and starting Friday, October 29th, you can see her in the film Music of the Heart. Please welcome Gloria Estefan. Thank you for coming.
I love your show. I watch you all the time.
Oh, thank you very much. It's nice of you to be here.
They put this little clip backwards, by the way, but well.
Did they really? We're not very professional
okay?
here.
Can you hear me there?
Yes, we hear you now.
Great.
Terrific. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, thank you for
great.
being here.
My pleasure.
Crowd tonight, I'm very excited when I told them you were coming. You have...
I love you guys. Thank you. And I heard someone teaching you how to pronounce my name.
Yeah.
That was cool. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah, before the show, someone in the crowd was teaching you how to say your name. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was Gloria? No,
Gloria.
Gloria, yeah. You do have very devoted fans. That's,
yes.
That's very well known. You have extremely devoted fans.
I love my fans.
You actually have fans who steal articles of your clothing, is that right?
Well, yeah, actually, in hotels, I have to put my bags in other rooms because if they know it's my room, my underwear disappears. And, you know, those personal items can get a little...
I cannot give my underwear away.
No?
I try. I'm out on street corners often. Come on, you can borrow it. You know?
I'll take some. But you got to watch it with those things because, you know, they'll end up in weird places. You know, I remember my cousin used to buy pieces of Beatles sheets when they went around the country. And, you know...
Like a sheet that one of the Beatles slept on. They used to cut them up and sell them.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm very careful with my personal items. And as a matter of fact, I do my own bikini wax because I don't want to end up on eBay looking at some strange item that they're selling there.
Well,
you gotta watch it. You can't trust anybody.
I love an interesting celebrity. You never know what you're going to find out.
You never know.
Now, I didn't realize this because I was doing some research on you. You used to, before you got famous, you used to work in immigration as an immigration official.
Yes, I did. Well, not an official.
Not an official.
No, I was an interpreter. I was studying French, and I had college work-study program, and I was interpreting for Spanish, English, and French at Customs and Immigration. Yes.
So you must have seen some pretty strange things, because people try to get away with a lot in Customs, I would think.
Very odd things. I learned a lot about human nature there.
Mm-hmm.
The weirdest one, I think, was, well, there was a couple of strange ones, but there was agriculture people. You know, you're not allowed to bring meat or fruit into the United States. They try to keep things, you know, like disease down.
Right, people try and, like, smuggle it sometimes in their suitcase or
something. Yeah, some people get very attached to their food. You know, they think they can't find an item here, and once from Italy, you know, there was a nun that, it's pretty embarrassing, because the agriculture guy smelled a salami on her, and she was hiding it under her habit on a rope.
Using God to help smuggle a salami into the country is pretty low.
Well, it was worse for me having to tell the nun to take her clothes off. That was a little weird. Very strange.
It got rough.
It got very rough.
You live on, what, Star Island? Is that right?
It wasn't named for me, by the way. It was there that way
I would think that would be great for the ego, too. This is an island. Where is the island?
The island is between Miami and Miami Beach. It's one of the little man-made islands from many years ago.
That must be great to live on Star Island. Don't you think? I mean, who else lives there? What other stars?
Well, yeah, you live there, too?
He does not live there. Nice try, pal.
Oh, they lie about it. They have tour boats that come by all the time, and they lie that everybody's on there. But really, the only people that live now, Rosie, she's a good neighbor and friend.
Rosie O'Donnell?
O'Donnell, yes. Mm-hmm. And Vanilla Ice used to live there, but not anymore. You know Vanilla Ice?
That must be a sad day when they asked him to leave Star Island.
Well, we didn't ask him to leave.
They put him on a little rowboat.
He just left.
He just left. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, your husband. Tell us about your husband, because you guys have you actually have you're married, but you also have a working relationship. Is that right? Yes,
indeed. We've been married 21 years, 23 years together, and he was my first and only boyfriend.
Oh, that's nice.
We got a good deal.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, and he's a great guy. He's an amazing man, great manager, great producer, and what I love in him is he hasn't lost the little boy in him. You know, he's a prankster.
He likes practical jokes.
He loves practical jokes.
Like what kind of thing does he like to do?
Well, he scares people all over the place. For the first few years we were married, it was like a contest of who could scare each other the worst. Mm-hmm. So I would get him a couple times. He got me a couple times. But recently, you know, I haven't broken him of that habit. And we were in Italy on vacation with the baby girl, because I have a big son, and now the little girl, she's almost 5. And we were, you know, I was in her stroller driving. It was very late at night, dark. and I was with his niece, who's pregnant as well. And somehow he got the idea he wanted to scare us, so he got behind a car and ahead of us, and of course jumped out in the middle of the dark night and scared not only me and my niece, but my 4-year-old daughter. So I wanted to kill him, first of all, right? That's Papa.
Yeah, your daughter, like, for the rest of her life is going to be like, hi, Daddy, how are you?
She's really cool. She was never afraid, but that night, because she was sleeping with us, you know, she sleeps with us.
Right.
Some people might not like that, but I think it's great. And she had her first nightmare, so of course she wakes up at 5 in the morning. I hadn't gotten any sleep, and I kicked him at it. Wake up, look what you did.
So he, like, I mean, who else does he scare? He's just constantly scaring people?
He scares the housekeeper.
The housekeeper? What?
Yeah.
What does he do? How does he scare the housekeeper?
Well, like when she's going to leave, you know, she's done with dinner and everything, she'll go out to her car, and he'll run around the house and get in the back seat. And he almost gave her a heart attack once. I was scared for him. Yeah.
He's going to get shot or something. He's got to watch it.
No, but we
He'll surprise a nun someday, and she'll hit him with the salami.
That's right. She'll whack him.
Music of the... he's a good man. He just sounds demented now.
He's absent-minded, too, you know.
What's that?
He's absent-minded. He's great for business, never forgets a thing about business, but he's absent-minded. He once went to get the car. We were at a concert. He was going to be very gallant and went to get the car, and then I said, I'll go with you. He goes, no, go. So he went to the car, and by the time he got to the car, he forgot he was with me, and he drove off and left me there. Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
That's very interesting, yeah.
Yes,
that wouldn't wash with a lot of wives.
But I know him, so it's cool.
Music of the Heart is the movie you're doing. This is interesting because it's Wes Craven's first non-horror movie. I mean, he makes horror films. He's known for that.
Yeah, I've watched them all. I mean, I'm a big horror buff. I used to watch them a lot as a teenager. In fact, when they called me to invite me to be in the movie, it was called 50 Violins. And they said, Wes Craven's doing 50 Violins. And I'm thinking, he's going to kill me off in the first 5 minutes with a horsehair bow.
Right.
It'll slit my throat.
Right.
But no.
Do you have a good, could you be in a horror movie? Do you have a good horror movie scream?
I don't have a good scream. In fact, I shocked myself because that night, for example, when he scared me.
Yeah, I think you'd have some practice with your husband.
Well, yeah, I do. But it's a very weird scream. It's very low-pitched and strange. And I scared myself when it came out of me because I just didn't expect it. It was like, ah! It was like this. I said, who was that?
You sound like a frightened Walter Matthau.
Something like that.
Well, Music of the Heart opens next Friday, and it was really nice to meet you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for inviting me.
Good
I've been waiting a long time for you.
Gloria Estefan. Music of the Heart is the movie. Jerry O'Connell is coming up. We'll take a break and be right back.
Thanks for doing it.